this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Gemini, I hope you're doing well. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Also wanted to let you guys know about my Facebook group. It's called Tarot with Joanna. So if you're interested, please follow me or get on there, because every Wednesday we have a live session. So, all right, so let's get started on your reading, Gemini. See what's going on for you. Let me just check my phone real quick. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right, Gemini, see what's going on for you. This is for Gemini Spirit for their highest good. Thank you, Spirit. Two cards for Gemini. Wow, everybody has been getting this card. That is crazy. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so you have success, gate of triumph. Success expands in your life, definitely. Great things are coming. Success is coming in. You're being pushed forward. Success is coming towards you, so it's good. This is very nice. Love that. Or it may be already happened. And then you have view from above. Get the big picture. Like, really look at things, really look at things. Do your research on things, really expand your projects. You're wanting to do something different. Really get on there. They're asking you to really take a closer look on everything. Like, what can you do differently? What can you do out of the box? Which is very nice. All right, so let's do this, Gemini. Take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. One for the current. This is for Gemini Spirit. Wow. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. One for the what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. All right. And at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the World card, which is definitely a new path here for you. You are definitely on this new path, you guys. Use it, use it, use it, use it. Plant the seed of something that you want to grow, because you're going to be using that next year. So just know that. Okay, so you do have the World card at the end of the tarot deck, and that means that there is a fresh start here, because you also have the Ace of Wands here. You also have the Ace of Swords here, so it's good. Really start to focus on things, you guys, okay? Really start focusing on what you want to do, what you want to create, stuff like that. I do feel with the Ace of Wands here in the current, I feel like you're starting a new path. You're out with the old and with the new, so to speak. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of new changes. You're gonna be very inspired, have a lot of ideas, which is very nice. I like that. You have the Chariot card here for the situation. I feel like you need to start taking control of things that you're doing. Everything that you're doing, start taking control of it. Taking care of any loose ends. Taking care of things that you should have taken care of way back in the day. Also feel like there could be traveling here for you. You're moving. It could be that you're moving forward also. And I feel like you're just starting to take control of everything that's going on. And I feel like it's good. Also, too, I feel like you could be moving from resident to resident. Definitely. Yeah, the Queen of Swords here for the past or now. Really stand up for yourself. You have been standing up for yourself. You've been very blunt about what you've been wanting to say, thinking, and they're asking you to do that. If you haven't, then start, okay? Speak your truth and see the truth. You stand up for yourself. And talk about what you're thinking. Like, start spilling out what you're thinking about. It's time. All right. And then you have the Ten of Wands here. The Ten of Wands is talking about that, what's hidden is that, you're taking on a lot. You're trying to do everything, and they're asking you to, like, hold back, set boundaries, try not to do everything. I feel like at times you always try to do this and you try to do that when you know that you shouldn't. You know that you take on more than you should, and they're asking you to set boundaries. You do have the Page of Cups here for the hopes and fears. I feel like with the Page of Cups being here, I feel like you need to really pay attention to things. I feel like there could be there maybe there's an apology coming in, like you're wanting to apologize or they're wanting to apologize towards you. Something like that is here. They're asking you to really trust your feelings about things. And I feel like there's some kind of messages coming in. And I also feel like you need to have that forgiveness. Also, trust your intuition. You have the Eight of Cups here. You're walking away from something. I also feel like a lot of times that for a lot of you guys, you're going on this spiritual path, like really seeing things differently, really wanting to know a lot. I do feel like for everyone that you're going to be walking away from, definitely from something. You have the Ace of Swords here. I feel like there's a truth here that you need to speak about, because you also got the Queen of Swords, and it's almost as if you need to start speaking your truth about things, about everything that's going on. Start speaking about it. You have the Knight of Pentacles here for the outcome. Really have patience for everything. Go with the flow. Just let everything come in and stop trying to push everything forward so quickly. I feel like you also, with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like all your hard work is, really paying off for everything that you've been doing. It's going to pay off, and you're going to see the material success on that. But you just need to have patience, because remember, it is in divine timing. Okay. So let's see what else the cards say. Take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. This is for Gemini, 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 Gemini. All right. The Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Wow. All right. So, wow. Okay. So, there is a new fresh start here. You have the Ace of Wands here, which is very nice. The Ace of Wands is talking about that, there's out with the old, in with the new things are arriving, new things are coming in. So it's very nice. You're going to be very inspired, how it starts new projects. There's a lot of growth here. Good things are coming in. This is a new cycle, so it's very nice. But you do have the Three of Swords here, and the Three of Swords is talking about, you've been very emotional lately. Been thinking about a lot about everything that had been going on, everything that's been said and done, and you're still in that mode, very sad. Could also be a grief that you're going through. Also, still remembering a lot. And your emotions are going to be high, and they still will be. You have the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is talking about, really have patience for everything that's going on in your life. Maybe there's something that you want to start, maybe believe in yourself, maybe start something new to keep your mind off of things, be really open to explore different things also. And really just push forward, okay? Because I feel like there is a new path here, and definitely there is because of the Ace of Wands. But I feel like you just need to believe in everything, that everything will work out, because, just enjoy it. Like, just live in the moment and enjoy it is what they're saying, okay? Because, the path is beautiful. There's a lot of good things here, Stop holding back, Get away from this Three of Swords if you can, because I feel like you're very emotional, and at times you get into your emotions. Think about good times, good things, okay? You have the Chariot here. And why is the Chariot here? Card. All right, wow. Okay. So you do have the Chariot card here. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, you could be moving. A lot of you guys could be moving. Start taking control of all these loose ends that you haven't dealt with, okay? Really start taking control of your life and everything that's going on in it. I feel like you're moving forward. I feel like a lot of you guys could be traveling also. And I feel like there's also movement, like moving. You could be moving residents. Really start taking it easy now, okay? It's time to rest. It's time to take it easy, that you're on this fresh start now. So it's like they're telling you, hey, it's time to catch up with your rest. It's time to catch up with your health. It's time to do that. With the Knight of Wands here, the Knight of Wands is talking about, being spontaneous, maybe trying something new. There's definitely a lot of fast movement here because you also have the Chariot. So They just want you to rest and take it easy and slow down, okay? You don't have to do everything in one day, but, they want you to go and try new things because this is a new journey that you're on, Gemini. So it's beautiful. Love it. And I feel like you are being spontaneous. I feel like a lot of you guys are just trying something new that you've never done before. And it's like, wow, so it's nice. You do have the Queen of Swords here for the past or now. Like I said, the Queen of Swords is talking about, speaking your mind, really seeing the truth in things, maybe having better communication also. Like, don't just say something and think that the other person knows what they're saying. Really have good communication, really speak clearly about what it is that you want. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity. And I also feel like you need to not be afraid of being yourself. Like try not to be somebody else, be yourself and know that you yourself are a good person, that you yourself, know what you're doing. Okay. There's nothing wrong to be yourself. Wow. All right. That's good. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. And then you have the, the 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands is in the hidden position. Why is the 10 of Wands here? For Gemini, one more card. Wow. Good. Wow. Okay. So you do have the 10 of Wands here. Okay. So the 10 of Wands this is the first card that came out, but you also have the 9 of Wands. So I feel like you're extremely tired. You're very tired. You've been hurt. You're tired. You're exhausted. You're doing everything, trying to do everything for everybody, trying to clean this, trying to do that. I can do it. But you know what? You need to start setting boundaries. Okay. Start setting boundaries, Gemini, because you're very overly worked. Yes, you can do everything. Yes, you can. But you need to start setting boundaries to where you're not going to do everything for everybody, like people, Start saying no. Start saying it's okay to say no, you guys. It is, okay? Because you're very tired. You're very exhausted. All you want to do is just rest. And that's what they're telling you, to rest. To start enjoying life, to live in the moment, because you don't ever give up. There's one thing about Gemini is that they don't give up. They may get down for a second or two, because they have to, but then they get right back up, and that's you. Okay, push forward and don't give up, because you definitely will move forward. There's celebration here. There's happiness. The 4 of Wands is talking about, moving forward, not giving up on anything, being happy. There could also be some kind of marriage or something, or proposal here also. Also feel like, you could be working together with somebody, or somebody could be helping you also with something. Nice. And then you have the Page of Cups. And why is the Page of Cups here? One more card. So with the Page of Cups is here, like I said, there could be some kind of, maybe you're wanting an apology to come in. I'm not saying there is an apology, but there's something about like you wanting an apology or somebody else wanting an apology, something like that. I feel like you need to really trust your intuition also, because I feel like there are times when you don't trust your intuition. They're asking you to really move into your dreams, like really believe yourself, in everything that you're doing, like really believe and pursue your dreams. Like, don't give up on it. I feel like you need to have forgiveness in your heart about everything that's been going on in your life, no matter what. I feel like there's messages coming in. I also feel like for you to pay attention to your dreams. I also feel like there's opportunities coming in also. And there's messages on the outside, so really pay attention. You really want to be happy. You want to have enough for everything. You want to be able to spend money on here, there, and that's what you've been thinking about. Having that material success, that money to be able to, give and be able to buy, stuff for everybody. And I feel like, you need to just hang in there and see what happens, because you need to start shifting your mindset, because you do have all the tools to create and do and manifest what you want, because, You've done it so many times, you know, you just don't know that you have done it. But you need to really think positive in everything. You know, don't be negative. Stop being negative in things that, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. Nothing's ever done if I don't do it myself. You know, those kind of things, because in reality, you're the one that's doing it. You're the one that is doing it. You know, they all see you do it, but you know, it doesn't need it sometimes, but you still go and do it. And they're asking you, you know, shift your mindset away from all that, you know, because you're extremely tired. You take on way too much, Gemini, and you need to really tone it down. And they're asking you to really think positive in everything that's going on, because you want this material success, but think positive also, that it's going to come in, that, you know, everything's going to fall into place, that everything's going to, you know, be exactly where you want to be, you know, like believe in it. Because the divine hears you, the universe hears you, God hears you, but you know, you need to be positive also. Be grateful. You have the 9 of Cups here for what you need to work on. Oh, I'm sorry. The 9 of Cups for what you need to do now. One more card. Wow. Okay. So you're definitely walking away from something, which is very nice. You know, you could also be going on a spiritual journey, but definitely for everyone, you're going to be walking away from all this, you know, nonsense, the drama, everything that's going on. I do feel with the Page of Cups, didn't you have the Page of, oh, right here, yeah. I do feel like I said with the Page of Cups, you know, look at everything differently, okay? Try not to be seeing the same thing over and over, you know. I feel like you need to really have that forgiveness and compassion in your life, you know, and also be very grateful for everything that has happened, you know, that you have. Big or small, be grateful, okay? I do feel like you're definitely moving forward, and I feel like there's new opportunities here, definitely. And I feel like you just need to be more creative and put your ideas out there. Nice, very nice. Be grateful, have gratitude, okay? Because I feel like you accomplished a lot in your life. You just need to have more gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, stuff like that. You have the Ace of Swords here for what you need to work on. One more card. The Ace of Swords is talking about, you know, that there's a truth here that you also needed to see, you know, really start seeing the truth in everything, you know. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity. I feel like there's breakthroughs also trying to come in for you. There's success, you know, you want it all. You want all this to come in. You know, I feel like also too that you could be watching somebody, or you could be, they could be watching you, but definitely you're trying to look at something. I feel like that you're being recognized for all your hard work and everything that you do. I feel like also too that you really need to go within so that you can see things clearly, because you know, you may have the Ace of Swords here and there's breakthroughs and clarity, but you're still like trying to decide on something, and they're asking you to really take the time to go within so that you can clear your mind. Okay, it's time. You have the Knight of Pentacles here for the outcome, and why is the Knight of Pentacles? Wow, Knight of Cups again. It's crazy. Really go with the flow, okay, you guys. Really have patience for everything. Don't take any shortcuts, you know. Stop trying to control anybody or control things, okay? Just let everything come in. Let everything come in on its own. I feel with the Nine of Pentacles that you're very independent. You know, you've done everything on your own, you know, but you need to start trusting yourself in everything that you're doing, your decisions, you know. Live life in the moment. Stop trying to control anybody or tell anybody how to live their life. You just gotta just like do your own thing, okay? I don't know who that message was for, but that's for somebody. I also feel like with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you need to follow your heart. Follow your heart and what you think you want to do, you know. Follow your heart and the things that come up, you know. Really just follow your heart. You know, stop allowing other people to, you know, to show you that, hey, do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, it doesn't work that way. It works that you need to just follow your heart and have that compassion and forgiveness in it. Okay, so really know that. I feel like also too that you need to start trusting your intuition. Okay, so it's very nice, very, very nice. I like this. So remember, Gemini, really take it easy. Speak your truth about things. Rest when you can and think positive about everything. You're moving forward, definitely moving forward. Keep doing that. Don't give up on anything. Just keep moving forward because this is a new path here for you. So it's time for you to live in the moment. Okay. All right. So Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. God bless.